YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now, when I woke up this morning, I knew something was strange because I just felt it in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's like God kissed it and the devil missed it. So I look on my phone, I get a few messages. Like I get about 13 messages, and different people from my little team I got on YouTube, basically telling me, look, go to World Star and check out the video footage. So I'm like, whoa, okay. And lo and behold, it's the YouTuber Sotomayor, the famous YouTuber that's basically known for voicing his strong opinion and also a lot of derogatory things that he says about black women. Now, does he make a good point? Or does he not make a good point? That is for you to decide. That's not for me to decide for you. But at the same time, he has been known to just go completely hard on black women and women of color, and basically them the only people he basically called out. Now at one point he was calling out white women, Caucasian women, and a few other races of women, but I guess he received some kind of backlash from them or their said groups, and he pretty much dropped that flag and picked up a different flag and started targeting women of color, and that's what basically his whole platform was built off of. At one time, it was also degrading black men, but also at the same time, it became degrading the black woman. So, lo and behold, he goes to New York. Matter of fact, to the Mecca, to Harlem. And out of all places, why go to Harlem? That's like you going into a lion's den or a bear den with honey and ham taped to you, and you thinking that those animals ain't gonna eat your ass alive. You feel what I'm saying? Even I know better not to go to certain damn parts. You feel what I'm saying? That's just like the video I had did on this this old fake gangster Whack 100, and pretty much I don't know if it was him that responded, said, "Oh, let me catch you in L.A." Like, fool, I be in L.A. What you talking about? I'm here. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But trust me, that's a different story though, because one thing you don't do is incriminate yourself. That's just what it is. It comes with the territory as being a man. You win some, you lose some. But someone should have told him, man, what the hell is you thinking? Evidently he don't have nobody around him that's very close or that really have his back, because somebody should say, you going well? Now I can see if you're going to Nashville, Tennessee. Hell, I can see if you're going to Kentucky some damn well. But you going to take your ass to where? To Harlem? Fool, you'll do better going to damn Atlanta. You'll do better going to Dallas. You want to go to Harlem? That's just like going to Houston. You know what I'm saying? And knowing how certain people feel about you. That's just like going in the hood in Chicago, knowing how certain people feel about you there. So the story goes, him and Tommy, as you will see on the video, is basically talking back and forth, and the guy's pretty much grilling him. You see what I'm saying? And if you all remember a video that Tommy showed, I think it was sometime last year, around this time or the beginning of last year, when it basically showed this woman, I guess, ran into the back of his Yukon Denali, and he was telling everybody how much the Denali costs, $100,000 fully loaded, whatever. Good for him. More power to him. You don't do what you do. I ain't no hater. But at the same time, it's the approach that he had with this female. Now, true, the woman did get out being disrespectful to him. Let's tell the truth. Whether we want to say it or not, I know a lot of you all don't want to hear that. The woman was very disrespectful to him also. In return, he got disrespectful and loud with her. Just like a lot of men do. They go harder on females than they will another man, because as men, you understand there's consequences and repercussions to the words you say and your actions. We know that also. But if you go back and look at the video, she did run to the back of his car and she was very rude to him. Not taking up for him, because I have no dog in this race. You feel what I'm saying? I don't pretty much care about none of that, because it's all bullshit from both sides if you ask me. But I don't know what made this man sit up here and hold a whole conversation with another man about something that took place way last year. You feel me? That right there was alarm off right there. Your alarm should have went off right there. Your spider sense should have started tingling. And pretty much he stayed there and he tried to hold his composure, but I'm pretty sure, because he's not a dumb guy. I'm not saying he's the most smartest, but this is not a bashing video. This is just, the dialogue. That's all from my point of view, the way I see it. But at the same time, something should have told him, look, why is this guy in my face grilling me like this? What is this all about? So pretty much, get out of there or get prepared. But one thing about it, you know what I'm saying? Because I went to school with guys from New York, and a lot of New Yorkers can vouch for this also. When you fight one, you got to fight damn near all of them. You see what I'm saying? So you already in a lose-lose situation anyway because you came into their house. Now this was at, I think they said it was at a Sodnetta event. You all know Sodnetta TV, Black News 102. Guy been putting out a lot of information throughout the years. You heard of the House of Consciousness. I mean, a lot of people be on it. It's very popular, despite the rumors of, you know, certain things happening that we're not going to talk about. We're not going to divulge because that's their business. But at the same time, it was at one of those events, and you know, it's a lot of pro-blacks there, and you have people that take their heritage very seriously, take their culture very seriously, and when they hear you disrespecting, you know, the black woman, which they say is God, which is they say, you know, is queen. I believe the queen part. I don't believe the God part because I don't believe a woman can be God. You feel what I'm saying? I believe it's a man. You feel what I'm saying? That's just my belief. You can believe what you want to believe. And I know a lot of y'all want to say, well, how can you believe that? It's called my own belief, my opinion, the way I see things. But anyway, back to the story. So you will see at the 222 mark, I guess a group of guys, they was already watching them and eyeing them because you could see all around them. And you could pretty much, if you look around, you could see that it was pretty heated. Because when somebody come up to you and they got shades on and they got their a bandana around their head, why would you then sit there and keep talking to these people? You feel what I'm saying? Now, true enough, he was wrong for a lot of stuff he said. But if we're going to start punching people, we should punch everybody when we see them that disrespect people of color. You know, don't just call him out. We got to call all of them out. You know what I'm saying? And once again, like I said, this is not a video to take up for him because I don't give a damn about taking up for him. I'm just speaking my point of view because we all knew this day was going to come. And I don't know how the hell he didn't see it also. You feel what I'm saying? You walking to a hornet's nest. You feel what I'm saying? That's just like if one bee sting you and you try to kill that bee, it let out pheromones and some kind of scent smell they have, and they all attack you. And that's what you would have seen. Now, it was only just one guy that hauled off and hit him in the face, even though the camera turned away right when it was about to happen at the 222 mark. But at the same time, why go in there? And where's your backup? Now, I have seen videos of him being solo and being by himself at the same time. But what would make him think that he could walk into Harlem, into one of these pro-black events, and this type of mess won't happen? You know, they've been warning him for years. You've been hearing people even made videos of what they're going to do to this guy, how they want to hurt him because of his ideology. But it's not so much of his ideology, it's the fact that you have a platform and he uses his platform for whatever he chooses, which is to, you know, call out people of color on their shit. You know what I'm saying? Some points are good, a lot of them are bad at the same time, because we all got problems and faults. But anytime you criticize and put somebody down more than you uplift them up, or if you started talking about the problem without offering any solutions, that becomes more of a problem right there within itself. That means you just here just to bash and pretty much coon for the, you know, for views or whatever you have. And those guys wasn't having it. And he spoke a little bit on it, but I'm sure he's gonna make a lot of response videos to this, basically calling out Sodnetta, saying that it was a setup. We can expect all this to come. Now, was it a setup? The hell if I know. But one thing about it was very strange. Why didn't this guy have any security with him? If you all know that this man is a target, and pretty much in a lot of black communities, and if you're going to book somebody, that means he becomes your responsibility, which means that you're liable for him in his well-being. So just like if I invite you to come to LA and then you get out here and a lot of Bloods and Crips, you know, beat you up or shoot you up, you know, that will reflect on me. That'll look bad on me because, like, look, you know, Trey invited me out there, so why didn't I have protection? Why wasn't he there protecting me? Or why didn't he pay somebody to protect me? You see what I'm saying? So the whole situation seems very strange, and I want to know what you all think also about this situation. But this goes to show you, you see what I'm saying? This is why you have to be careful the things that come out your mouth, because everything that you say that comes out your mouth, it has consequences and repercussions. That's why a lot of people don't understand. You see what I'm saying? I am very careful of the words I say. That's why sometimes I might say something and I'll pause because I don't want to offend no one. But it don't matter what you say, you're going to offend someone anyway, because people going to find excuses you know, people will find an excuse just to dislike you and discredit what you're saying. So you can't please everyone. But at the same time, I understand what happened. I understand why it happened. I don't really agree with it happening that way because, you know, man to man, you're supposed to knuckle up. But if you're in that type of situation, you know what I'm saying, and then it's alleged that he called the cops right after, and people are trying to make a joke about that, but let's use common sense now. You know, let's not look at the fact what he does. But at the same time, if somebody hits you, whether you right or wrong, you're gonna call the cops also too, especially if you outnumber. So for somebody to sit up there and say, well, why did he call the cops? That's really stupid. You see what I'm saying? I mean, what the hell he was supposed to do? You know, he probably was fearing for his life. He probably didn't even expect that. I'm sure he didn't expect that. But one thing I will give him credit on is this right here is the fact that he was brave enough. Brave enough or either crazy enough. I think it's both because he's a little crazy and brave also to go in there like that. You know what I'm saying? Without having it wouldn't, I don't think it wouldn't matter if he would have had 5 or 10 people with him anyway because those cats deep up there in Harlem. So you could pretty much see from the video. So it wouldn't matter who he had or what he had. You pretty much were just in a win, you know, a lose-lose situation. You couldn't win in that situation. But all the red flags was there and he should have known straight up what was going to go down. And this is not the first time we see stuff like that happen at one of these events also. That's why a lot of people don't even participate in these events no more. I keep up with all of it. I just don't speak on it. But at the same time, I've been watching it for years. You feel what I'm saying? I know all the players, know this, that, I know that. But I don't speak on it because that's not my lane. That's not my business. But the reason why I'm speaking on this video is because a lot of people requested it. And also, we knew this day was going to come. You cannot bash people and keep putting them down and you're not giving them any solutions or any options because then they feel like you're picking on them. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference between talking to someone and talking at someone. Remember that. So anyway, let me know what your opinion is in the comment section. You like, subscribe, and share. This has been your boy Trey. Till next time, y'all stay blessed. I'm out.